Now, RayDalio says cash is trash. Is he right? Now, of course, nobody can predict the future, but in reality, I think there's likely to be a two-stage process here. I mean, to start with, in the next few weeks, next few months, or whatever, of course, realistically, because oil prices are lower, there could be a bit of deflation like in 2008, 2009. And actually, the funny thing is, it's not guaranteed that people will lose money in the bank to inflation. However, medium term, what's happening is that what the central banks have done, and indeed maybe the localization of supply chains, is likely to bring inflation back up, or at least more people are going to go into assets which actually pay them a dividends. Now, if you think about it, if you've got money in the bank now, what's the best you can get? Maybe 1% in many countries, the worst 0%. Now, I know we're looking at deflation for a few months, but once the economy gets back growing again and there's more inflation, people are not going to want that. And even now, people are thinking, oh my God, interest rates are, they're down again and I'm not happy about this. So in the short term, people might not notice it, but long term, I think cash, it might not be trash, especially USD, but certainly it's not going to be the best investment, of course, in the next 20 or 30 years. We're not going to go back to that pre-2008 period anytime soon where you can make 2 or 3% after inflation in the bank. I can remember in the UK in 2006, 2007, you could make 6% in the bank when inflation was at 2%. That was a 4% real terms return. Those days could be decades away. We might never go back to that situation in our lifetime where we can actually get great returns, or at least very good returns in the bank. So I think he's right about that. One thing I am skeptical about, though, is when RayDalio says the gold is a good alternative to currencies. Now, don't get me wrong, Dalio does say just keep a small amount in gold. He doesn't think gold is the best investment, but just as a hedge. I think in the long term, Warenn Buffett's attitude to gold, that basically it's stagnant. Basically, it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. In the long term, it has good periods, bad periods, but it's just a lump of metal that holds its value, and it isn't really a productive asset. So in that case, I think Dalio is going to probably be proven wrong about gold. But when it comes to cash, I think in general, he's right.